in Colin's defense, he has a nice ash.
Colin has a great ash. A great ash. I think we all can sit here and talk about how great Colin's ash
is second to none. What's up, guys? This is Chris, Colin, and John with D-Pad Dubs. We're bringing you a weekly show about Overwatch called The Overwatch Show. We're going to be bringing this to you once a week, every single Monday. Without further ado, this week's episode is about the best duo queues to play in Overwatch right now, Season 19. Here's our list. Number 1, Orisa Hog. Johnny, what do you think about Orisa Hog? Why are they good?
Yes, sir. So, talking about queuing in with a buddy, we're duo queuing. These two make a ton of sense paired together because of the halt hook. So you have the ability to throw a green orb and pull any one of the enemies above, around, a shield, and then the hog can pull them into your team and punish them. I think it's like pretty clear cut. Maybe those two tanks aren't the strongest tanks in the game, but when paired together, are devastating.
Yeah, most people know about the halt hook now, which is obviously still just a great combo, even after the barrier nerf. Colin, what do you think?
Well, yeah, the second thing about that makes it so great is the shield break. I mean, Hog and Orisa have some of the best shield break as a tank duo in the game, and I've experienced it firsthand on the receiving end of it and the giving end of it, how quickly you can dominate
When you're up against an
shields.
Orisa Hog as a Reinhardt, it gets broken immediately. You're totally right. Yeah, shield break is super strong. Okay, so great combo right now. On to number 2 on our list, Mercy and Ashe. Colin, why don't you tell us why Ashe is so good?
I love this because I love Ashe, and she's super fun to play. So Mercy is obviously just a great pocket. You know, if you have that Mercy pocket as a DPS, you're gonna have a better game. It's gonna be devastating.
Yeah,
but
no matter
it's
who you're
especially good with Ashe because you do 185 damage with a headshot normally with an Ashe when you're ADS. Now you get that to a Mercy, now you're over 200, and you can one-shot a lot of those squishies.
214, I think I heard today. I could be wrong.
Right about that.
That's a ton of damage in a single shot.
It is.
Yeah.
You can two-shot a Zarya.
Wow.
Yeah, I've done it. It's fun. Have that Mercy pocket with an Ashe and with the Dynamite as well. Make sure you call those Dynamites for your Mercies so that she can be damage boosting you when you do it. And it does 30% more damage on that as well. And it just, I mean, it's so much DOT against the other team.
The Achilles heel of the combo, though, unlike Orisa Hog, where it's almost like a guaranteed, like really nice pairing, where it gets difficult.
One holds R and one holds L.
Exactly, and you just go.
Yeah.
You have to be a good Ashe. Like you can't just like a Widowmaker with the Mercy pocket's great. You still have to hit your shots.
Yeah, if you're not hitting shots, what's the point?
What's the point? So in
Colin's defense, he has a nice ash.
Colin has a great ash. A great ash. I think we all can sit here and talk about how great Colin's ash is.
Second to none. Okay, moving on. So number 3, Baptiste and Bastion. I'm pretty excited to hear what you think about this. John, tell me about Baptiste and Bastion.
So the way you want to play this as a duo is you want to, well, first of all, with a Bastion, the element of surprise always helps. So the first couple times, like the first fight, second fight with Bastion are going to be strong, but you have to recognize, you got to know when to fold them, you got to know when they're waiting for it to come around the corner.
Fold them.
But it's really cool, you catch them by surprise, maybe get in a hall, a doorway, around a corner, Baptiste throws his immortality down where the enemy team can't see it, and you just have an unlimited shield as Bastion. You sit in your turret form, and you just mow down whatever's in front of you.
Okay, so what you're saying is, like, so you would go to, like, a payload, let's say you're on attack, and like on Hollywood, and you're pushing the main point, you would come out of that little hallway.
To the right.
Like on the right.
Right.
And obviously they can't see the Bastion, they're gonna know,
right.
I would think, right? But so then Baptiste throws his lamp up behind the door, so they can't kill it, but Bastion's still in the range of that lamp, and he can just mow the other team because they're obviously facing whoever's up the front choke.
There's nothing.
That's a free win.
There's nothing except for one thing that they can do, and that's
one thing.
The one thing is
what's the one thing? Oh, Hog. Ooh, hog hook.
Hog. The Hog hook. I mean, obviously it's a great ability, and you hope that you have a shield in front of you, but the immunity.
No,
is
the whole point of this is that you don't need it.
You don't need it. Yeah.
So you're vulnerable to one big thing, and that's being sucked in towards the end of the team with that stupid hook. So if they have a Hog on their team, just be super, super careful that someone else can either take that hook for you and do a little bit of sacrifice.
Who should take it? Like,
Well, since you're only queuing with someone,
yeah.
the Baptiste
Yeah.
should be the one taking the hook. If you see that there's a hog coming and you know he doesn't have it on cooldown, then you can body block for the Bastion and take the hook. You're a support.
Well, and if the Bastion's doing his job, hopefully he can just melt through the Roadhog by the time the hook is complete anyways,
Likely
right?
will.
Yeah, a ton of damage.
Yeah.
Okay, fourth on the list, Wrecking Ball and any ranged DPS. So Ashe, McCree, Widow, or Hanzo. Colin, why?
Well, I love this duo personally because this is literally what got me into Diamond, was duo queuing with a ball, Johnny, and an Ashe.
Johnny's Ball and your nice Ashe?
Johnny's Ball and my nice Ashe. So it's funny, Hammond's not like other tanks, you know, he doesn't play in the front line, but he takes so much space, he takes so much aggro by being just around, being tricky with the enemy team. And so when you're an Ashe or a Hanzo or whoever you're playing, you have so much opportunity to get those final blows when the team isn't paying attention to you and you're not taking that aggro because the Hammond is taking it.
Yeah, he just
And
creates
that's
so
where that
much
synergy
space
comes
that
from.
you can just tee off behind him.
Exactly.
Right? Johnny, you have anything to say?
As long as you're doing your job correctly and to a high level, it works out really well.
So you're echoing what you said earlier, which is if you can't click heads, what's the point?
There's no point.
Right.
And it can be, I can imagine as a teammate, if I was playing, I'm being real smart, right?
Yeah.
And I queued up a Mei and I'm trying to pair it with my Reinhardt, and then these two jerks run a ball and an Ashe, and it's like, okay, cool. And then the ball gets pulled and dies.
Yeah.
And then the Ashe is up on the high ground. She's only used her Bob once. It's already 13 minutes into the game.
So we can sum up this by saying if you don't have a great Ashe, don't play it.
There's one more element to this that makes it so cool.
All right,
too.
hurry up because we gotta
Okay.
move on.
Let's say there's a Hanzo up on the high ground of Hollywood, you know, that big bridge or whatever.
Yeah.
Who can contest that Hanzo? Almost nobody. The Hammond can get up there, even if he doesn't kill him, he pushes him off. Now you can claim that space as the Ashe.
Oh, so you can get free
you get
space.
to take
That's
over the
that.
space
Yeah,
that
that's
their
good. That's
DPS
good.
had, and now you're in an even better position.
It's a combination of high risk but a very high reward. And if you do it well, you're going to be rewarded for doing it.
Okay. Number 5 on the list, last one, Reinhardt and Ana. Why, John? Why Ryan and Ana?
Well, this is pretty simple. It's not really simple. What I like about it is Ana provides healing from a safe distance. Reinhardt can get into a fight. Then the natural combination is going to be his giant swinging radius, hard-hitting hammer, and her nano boost on top of him. I think just the combination of those two sets it apart, but if I'm not mistaken, we even have more information on the two.
Well, the thing about this, for me, because I'm a Reinhardt main, is that when I solo or duo queue as Reinhardt, I don't know what my heals are going to look like. So the number one thing that's really nice is you know that you're going to be taken care of by having an Ana that you can communicate with, right? But she also can heal you from incredible range and nano boost you. And Reinhardt is so powerful when he has resources dumped into him that, and her ability to heal is so incredibly high, not to mention her sleep with pins, right? A ton of things. But as far as being a Reinhardt player, I can't think of a better pairing of anyone in the game that I would rather have first priority than an Ana. She's super important. Colin, you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, it's the range that helps so much, and 2 is just the anti. I mean, that pressure damage that the Reinhardt does when he's swinging his hammer doesn't actually have that much effect unless you're able to actually take the health away without it getting killed back by the enemy team. So if Ana antis the front line and Reinhardt swinging that hammer, you're gonna get a pick, most likely. I mean, you're gonna get a pick when that front line is antied and Ryan is doing that constant damage.
But it's such a great anchor for your team, having a Reinhardt and an Ana. Your team can really pick whatever they want around that, and you're probably going to be okay.
It's such a good combination with her nano boost because I don't know if there's another character that has that same spread of damage. Like if Reinhardt can get in the middle of a team and he gets nano boosted, I don't think there's anything that can do so much damage across such a wide area.
Except for a damaged Moira that throws a death ball.
I'll take it back. I take it back.
All right, that's it for our list of 5. Once again, Orisa Hog, Mercy and Ashe, Baptiste and Bastion, Ball and any ranged DPS, and Ryan and Ana. That's it for the Overwatch show this week. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you liked the video, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. It actually means a ton to us. We're small, trying to grow, We want to wish you a Merry Christmas. And as always, thanks for hanging out in the D-pad.
Bye.